Hey, everybody, welcome to Bearded Baker Banter, the sports podcast, where we got lots of football to talk about, boys. Because football is, wait for it, 2 days until college football, 14 days until NFL football. Preseason is almost done.
That's right.
Trent's celebrating. Welcome, Trent. Welcome, Trey.
How you guys doing? It's good to be back.
We're back. We're back.
Hey, before we get into football, I will say this because I know that a lot of gambling is going to be taking place here with college football coming up, NFL football coming up. We had a big old hiccup, is what we'll call it, in the month of July. I would say with baseball gambling, but I feel like we're navigating. We're navigating as we kind of lead into college football and pro football. So
yeah,
I can't hold it any longer.
Oh, let's double that, Pop Top. Cheers, Richard.
Already got my bourbon poured.
Clinky.
Mm.
So hey, I will say this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually okay. So I told you guys in the beginning of the baseball season that I was sticking with K props. All right, I have stuck with K props the entire season.
That you did.
It's gotten to the point where like now that we're like changing seasons, I'm a little nervous.
He's not leaving, guys. I'm not leaving. K-props.
I mean, I might ride some K props here for a little bit here. At least until football gets going and we start to figure things out a little bit.
Tyler, that's what I'm saying. That's the smart thing to do. In fact, I wouldn't expect you to bet football right away. It is your picks.
Yeah.
It's just irresponsible.
Well, hold on.
I mean, we're going to
not responsible to make them maybe official recipe picks, but there ain't no chance in hell that I'm probably not wagering something on every single game this weekend.
Yeah, Trent, I was talking about recipe picks because I will also have action on every game.
Yeah. Action. We want action. Come on. Oh, I was waiting for a ACTION. Come on now.
See, I didn't know that was a cheer.
Oh, okay. Trent, you know Trey can't spell.
Oh, man.
No, but hey, let's get into some football stuff here. Before we kind of get into some bigger, what if scenarios, and I know Trent, I think I have the graphic that you sent earlier today about single season stats and stuff. I do want to quickly kind of talk about there was a stat that I saw today that was on X about the Steelers preseason drives, 13 of them with Russell Wilson or Justin Fields at quarterback. This comes from at ML Football. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 punts, 1 missed field goal, 1 made field goal, and 3 turnovers on down. Yeah. Sorry, turnover on downs. So not very successful. I know Steeler fans are all super hype. Oh my gosh, we stole 2 starting quarterbacks and we're not paying anything for Russell Wilson. And I'll be honest with you, I've said it from Seattle. Right, I know he technically won a Super Bowl. All right, I'm putting that in quotes. But I still no, he won a Super Bowl.
What are you going like a fake Super Bowl or something?
No, I'm just kidding. No, but I've always hated Russell Wilson. I don't think he's as good as people made him out to be. I think that was shown in Denver, and now I think you're kind of see it here in Steel City.
I think it's fair to say that he's not what he used to be, Tyler. Because I don't. He was a good quarterback for a couple of years. Like he won a lot of games, didn't make mistakes, was clutch. Granted, he had a great defense to support him too, but he didn't lose games for them. So I don't want to. I don't like Russell Wilson as much as you don't either, but I don't agree that he was never good.
A little bit overrated.
You can say that. That's fair, but he did win a Super Bowl and he did have close to a dynasty with the Seahawks.
What? Trey, 1 Super Bowl is not
close.
A dynasty.
I said close, Tyler.
You can't.
They had a lot of potential.
You need at least 3 to ever be considered.
I agree with you. I said close because they had the makings of it.
Yeah. Well, Trent, any input on the Steelers here?
This very well. What's that?
They're going 8-9 this season.
That's actually where I was going. I think this is the year that they go sub 500.
Let's go. Let's go. Who wants a beer bet on it?
I'm just.
You don't think? What do you think, Ty?
Oh, I think they go under 500.
Okay.
I bet that. I have bet that every year so far the last like 3 or 4 years.
It's here's the thing: is there's no easy game in their division.
Yeah.
They have third hardest schedule, right?
Yeah. So I'm just like it's going to be typical Pittsburgh frustration behind. Oh, our defense is so darn good, and we can't score put points on the board for our defense. I'm sorry, but I don't see that changing. I mean, don't get me wrong; their only saving grace is if their young offensive line prospects develop and mature quickly. Like if those young guys can catch on to the NFL speed and power and everything, then yeah, they have a chance if they're running the damn ball. But here's my other thing though. Let me clarify this. Is if you recall, Pete Carroll wanted to run the rock, and that pissed off Russell Wilson. Right? So if you're going to invest in the O-line, is Russell Wilson going to be able to swallow his pride and not check away from the run calls on his own? So, because I mean, Russell's a starter, guys. Simple as that. We debated Fields a little bit. You know, everyone has their little look at this ball across the middle. Guess he just needed to change the scenery. My ass, right? That ain't the case. It's preseason once again, and it's training camp highlights once again. It's not actual NFL football yet. Okay, they're not game planning. They're not showing. Defense coordinators aren't showing their hand. They're not disguising nearly as much coverages. I'm not saying they don't at all. They got to work on those things, but it's I don't know. I'm not sold. I think this is the year. I see a trend in T.J. Watt, his body giving up on him, kind of similar to J.J. Watt's body did.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Wow.
And I'm not wishing that. I'm not wishing that, Trey.
What makes you say that?
But,
he hasn't finished the season just like JJ didn't.
In the past 3 years, he's missed time. So yeah. I'm not saying he's been season ending like JJ was, but that's where it's trending. He's not getting any younger. And I think, don't get me wrong, I think it's because they are so, how do I put it? Like their motor and their off-season training regimen is so crazy and so sick. I think it's almost like an overexertion on their bodies that catches up to them. It's like, yeah, you're a freak. Like we get that. But when are you going to catch on and say like, hey, maybe my body's not holding up for the long term? So that's where I'm at with that whole Pittsburgh thing. And
yeah. Speaking of TJ Watt, dude, did any of you guys ever catch there was a photo that floated around there on social media of James Harrison at the Steelers practice next to TJ Watt? James Harrison literally like made TJ Watt look tiny still to this day. And not because I'm saying James Harrison was fat. I'm saying James Harrison's quads were his quads were about the size of a bus.
Jeez.
Well,
each one.
And I love that James Harrison wears no shirt with any sort of emblem on it. I'm pretty sure he just buys like some sort of basic plain colored t-shirt. And yeah, that guy, I mean, he almost looks like a bodybuilder now. Like he does. Like, so
yeah. But
college?
We still got a couple NFL things here.
No. I'm saying, where did James Harrison play?
I was was like northern Illinois or something.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure he was a Kent State guy.
It's that guy.
I got it.
Kent State. I thought he was a Maction guy. Northern Illinois would be, right? Yeah.
Oh, Trent, you are correct.
It is Northern Illinois.
Yep. No, Kent State.
Kent State. Thank you. Yep. See, I did know. See, okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
I was thinking Troy, but I think that was DeMarcus Ware.
That is DeMarcus Ware.
And Any of you guys see
Oh,
Marcus
you know who?
got
You know who?
hit up for a drug test this year?
No.
What?
The NFL accidentally contacted DeMarcus Ware for a drug test, and they meant to contact a different Cowboy defense lineman.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Update your system, Dallas. Jerry Jones, what are you doing over there? What kind of business you running?
No, it's
Yeah.
NFL. It does not the owner of the team.
Yeah.
They don't want to drug test their players.
Yeah. Why is he still on any list that comes from the Cowboys?
The placeholder gets drug tested 30 times a season.
All right, can I?
It's Jerry
Can I-
Jones' fault.
Since we're sticking NFL, can I share something here that pisses me off?
Sure.
What pisses you off, Trent?
This really grinds my gears. ESPN offered the NFL or proposed $70 if you're a paying customer for their network, right?
Yeah.
ESPN, $70, and you can subscribe and get all
A team.
17 games of your individual favorite team of your choosing.
For the
And
season.
the No Fun League said no. Like,
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you'd have so many people buy
Unbelievable.
it. I think you'd have so many people buy it that like it's an outrageous amount of money that they would have made. Like, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I think they realize like, well, everybody's going to buy the ticket anyways. Although, I mean, this is going to be my first time ever having the NFL ticket this year.
It's awesome, Trent.
But
Welcome,
I mean, I just
You too,
if I could have just bought my team, I'd be cool with that to watch the Raiders. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Trent, it's the best. The best. Okay. So here's what I do is now that you can pick the games, that's a bigger game changer for the multi-box. I used to keep the triple box with the Packers usually on the bottom and then red zone and another game, whatever it was in the combo with it. And I would put the volume on the Green Bay game. But every time I'd see a touchdown, I'd be like, oh man, like that was so cool. And then I'd go back to watching the Packers. Or like,
oh man,
yeah.
I like that
Hey,
you
I'll-
just like actually acted out like how you
Yeah, like
react to the top, like to the top right corner.
I'll be honest with you. What I may end up doing downstairs in my basement is I might have the quad box on the big screen and then
Yeah.
still have another game
Dude.
on the two screens I have beside it.
That's exactly what you should do, Tyler. You could get what, like 6, 8
I
games?
could get six. Yeah, 6 games.
Yeah,
Wow.
jeez.
Technically, if I use the 3 TVs,
You get all of them.
I could get 12. Yeah.
The only thing that stinks, actually, I don't know how it's going to be this year, was like if it was on television, like CBS or Fox, I don't think it would let you box it with a ticket game. Do you know what I mean?
That'll change.
I think that's how it was last year, but I don't know if that's going to change or not.
That's
Heck,
Trent.
heck,
If
there's
that
even there's even murmurs of like you can set quad boxes for like your fantasy team.
Mhm.
Yes, I did see that.
Like there's some sort of fantasy roster.
You can link it.
Yeah,
You can link your ESPN fantasy. Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
that would be. I'm actually. I
Do you
am.
know- hey, guys, do you know who is the angriest about all this? Wives and girlfriends.
Oh yeah, dude. I saw a hilarious picture. It was like this guy like hugging his wife who was crying. It was like me saying goodbye to my wife as football season begins or something like that.
Yeah. I also saw a husband hand his wife, since we're only 14 days away, I saw him hand his wife a 2-week notice of for football coming up. Hey, guess what? I'm not going to do any of those things.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, the $70 for every game comes out to $4.11
A game?
a game if you were to get that. Which again, dude, I mean, I won't say I'm like, wow, that's kind of cheap, but like, I would have probably paid $100. You know?
Yeah, but then
get
here's
it.
my thing is I'll just pay 150 more and get every single game of the whole league.
Did you see how much it
Yeah,
costs
that's
for
$30
Apple?
versus $150. Yeah,
The ticket right now for Apple
God.
is $739.
yeah.
And
That's
through
if you
YouTube,
get the app.
yeah, YouTube TV, $219. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I mean,
It still blows my mind that YouTube TV isn't completely taken over. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how.
It's because they don't have Masson yet.
That's not okay. Jesus. I just
until they
think
start to
people,
put the damn Orioles games.
I just
They're
think
not
people
going to succeed.
don't understand that it's like how good it actually is.
Yeah.
Shout out YouTube TV if you guys want to give us a little sponsorship. But no, seriously,
we are on YouTube.
When talking about like cable prices and everything, and people at work talk about it, I'm like, you guys, that guy's insane to me. And you don't even have as many perks.
Yeah.
You gotta pay you have to pay just to get an extra box.
I will say I do kind of miss the old days though, where it was like everything is in one spot. Where like now, I got this app, I got this app, I got this app.
Yeah, but
it's like
TVs have adapted to have the apps built into them.
Mm-hmm.
I still got to go other places. Why can't I just go to one place like I used to be able to go?
Tyler wants
God,
his cake and eat it
that
too.
is such a first.
I do.
world
That's
problem.
well, hey man,
you're gonna make me click 10 buttons. Are you kidding me?
Dude, can't talk into my remote. Like, come on.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
But no, NFL wise, Trent, did you hold on? I have your picture. Let's talk your picture here first, and then we'll talk. I think I sent you guys the other picture about playoff teams and the potential of who might miss the playoffs based on who made it last year. Oops. All right. So what we're looking at here is go ahead.
I was gonna say the one thing I did want to bring up that I forgot to earlier was the trade that happened today that I think was just unbelievable. Like
so stupid.
It blows my mind how Howie and the Eagles are able to pull off these ridiculous trades with teams. You got a first round drafted receiver who was arguably one of their better receivers the last 2 or 3 years, or however many years he's been in the league. And you got him. You traded a 3rd round pick away, but got a 5th in return, and then 2 7th round picks. Yeah. And it's just so like, I just hate like. I don't like the Eagles necessarily. They're not a team I cheer for, in fact, at all. But just to see them get all of these like amazing trades is so frustrating. Like, why?
I mean, think about it. Their third wide receiver now is a 1st round draft pick.
Exactly. And he's honestly, I think he's a better overall receiver than Devontae Smith.
It's arguable. All right, so Trent, tell us what we're looking at here.
All right, so what you have here is you've got the most insane single season stats ever. So just kind of breaks them down right there for you if you're viewing here. Peyton Manning, 55 touchdowns, single season. Second was 50, which I believe was Tom Brady. 42 interceptions. When you think about it, that was 1962. First off, 42 interceptions, guys.
Can I tell you who could? Well, I guess we're gonna say if anybody could break that, but go ahead.
J.J. Watt, 39 tackles for loss. That was in 2012. The next closest to that was 29 total. LaDainian Tomlinson, 31 non-QB touchdowns. Next closest to that was 28. Ray Lewis, 97. 156 solo tackles. Next closest, 136. And then Calvin Johnson, 1,964 yards. And then second closest to that was 1,947. So that was close.
Is that Cooper Kupp?
I don't know. I'm going to go out and say this. I don't know who all the second place performance ones were, but it is pretty freaking incredible, some of these stats. I mean, my question for you is, which one do you think is the next to be broken? Most likely to be broken next.
I can tell you 100%.
Jay, go ahead.
It'll be Calvin Johnson's receiving yards.
Okay.
The way the game's going, the way they favor offensive players, and some of these wideouts are insane nowadays.
You think Tyreek Hill gets it?
Dude, it could be any one of the top 5 receivers in the league. That's what's crazy. Like I could see I could see CD Lamb doing it. I could see Justin Jefferson. Heck, I could even see like someone like Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? Like,
With Gardner Minshew checking it to him, eh?
well, no, see, that's I guess there has to be like a good situation, but
Hey, whoa, what are you?
Whoa. Whoa.
Wow, Trey. I didn't even talk crap on your Packers. So.
Wow.
that was kind of messed up. I'm sorry, Trent.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
must be
mean
a
that.
good situation. I'd
I'll
agree.
be honest. Go ahead.
I would agree. I think that with the way the league is, I think that makes the most sense. You'd almost have to think that. I think the other one that kind of jumps out to me is I think LaDainian Tomlinson's 31 non QB touchdowns. A guy right now that could do it if the team keeps their core. I mean, you got to think. I think the number one guy that comes to my mind would be McCaffrey. That's why Trey started shaking his head pretty quick.
Jeez.
But you gotta.
Stay
But
on the
I mean,
field.
it's gotta be that type of player, right? A guy that can play a little slot, and then also is going to get carries in between the tackles, and just makes most sense. But that's my thought.
I could tell you who I'd see.
Trent, I would have said.
I don't know if he's like durable enough. Never mind. I was gonna say Jahmyr Gibbs
Yeah,
from the slot, running, all that.
yeah. I think the
So-
key to those guys doing that though is having another back with them. But I don't think LaDainian Tomlinson had another back with him.
The second behind him with 28 there was Sean Alexander in 2005.
Wow. And then what? Priest Holmes.
And Priest Holmes had 27. Marshall Falk had 26. Emmett Smith had 25. I mean, it's almost all running backs until then you get to Randy Moss's 23 and Jerry Rice's 23.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Tyler, which one did you say which one you think would be broken?
oof. 1962 is a long time to have that record. And this could definitely be a very unpopular opinion, but I feel like there is a quarterback that actually could break that, and it's probably not somebody that you think that I would actually say.
Can I tell you who I think you're going to say?
Go ahead.
Josh Allen?
Yeah. Yep. I think
No
Josh Allen.
Way, Tyler.
I think Josh Allen could break that record. And don't get me wrong, I think Josh Allen's a good quarterback. But I think he takes a lot of risks.
Hold on. Am I read? I totally read this stat totally wrong.
What?
You're talking the interceptions one.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm an idiot then.
You thought it was how many interceptions he got?
In a season?
That's not an
Oh,
42?
I was gonna be like, dude, nobody's touching Blanda. Like, that guy.
Oh, we should have let him go, Trey.
Damn
We
it.
should have
Oh,
let him go.
How did you get away with that?
At least
How
I'm
did you get away
admitting.
with that in his
At
head,
least I'm
though?
admitting it. Okay, I'm admitting that I screwed up in my mind because I'm like sitting there reading. I'm like, wow, this guy had 42 interceptions a season. He's got to be the best defender ever. Oh, sorry. It's
I thought George
1962.
Blanda was a kicker.
He might have, dude. Back in that time, man, they did it all.
Oh, yeah.
They were smoking cigarettes on the sideline, like
That was Babe Ruth, dude.
no, and football
Cigars.
guys. They were football guys. Joe Namath, I'm pretty sure, used to like smoke before like breaking his leg and stuff.
One I don't think would get broken,
That was
and
Joe
it would take
Theismann.
a long time,
Damn, you're right.
is Peyton Manning's 55.
That's the one. What? I'm sorry.
I said I don't think Peyton Manning's 55.
Ooh,
So, Tyler, that was my next question: is which record will be the last to be broken?
I'd say that one or the solo tackles by Ray Lewis.
I know what I say.
you could play for a really bad team
Yeah,
and potentially accidentally break that record, like
Which one?
the
the
Ray
solo
Lewis one.
tackles.
Like you could just be like you could constantly be on defense
Mhm.
and just continue to just like go all over the place. But guys, I'm gonna throw a little twist into this here. NFL proposal going to 18 game schedule now. So that's kind of like goes back to, if you guys recall, it's very frustrating. Jerry Rice,
Jerry Rice. Yep.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the year he set the single season touchdown catches, the league went on strike.
Yep.
And I think he only played 12 games,
13, I believe.
13 games, and then Randy Moss broke his record with a full regular, like full season.
He actually tied it.
Oh, he didn't break it.
No, they're both at 23. Yeah.
So then what they should
Rice did 13 games. Moss did it, I think, 17 games.
So what they should do is should go by yards per game.
Yeah, I mean the game has changed. That's why it's some of the stats and stuff you get into is apples and oranges because how many games did they play in a season?
Yeah.
It's tough to compare some of those stats. I mean, the game has changed obviously in several different ways. So
I think the last one to be broken is the two that you guys picked. I think LaDainian Tomlinson, 31 non-QB touchdowns. That'll never get done by a wide receiver, and it will never get done by a running back nowadays either. So I just don't see that one getting touched. George Blanda throwing 42 interceptions. No starting quarterback will last enough to play all games where he can throw 42 interceptions, including Josh Allen. If he throws 30 in a year, he's benched.
Bryce Young.
No, he's not gonna be benched. He's not gonna be benched.
If he throws 30 interceptions in a season, what's the next closest? What's the next closest? Is it 35? What's that say?
35. Yeah,
35.
Who was that? Brett Favre?
He might be. I bet Brett's up there on a couple. I mean,
oh yeah, and so is Eli Manning. I bet too.
Yeah,
true.
That's true.
I mean, you're right. There's no way the Bills. He's gonna. What's his name? Will have some crazy 9/11 speech to give him, and he'll pick his stuff up.
Wait, what did he say? Wow. Guess who isn't? Oh, okay. Guess who's on? There's one modern quarterback. Well, two, I guess. Number 2, who threw 35, was Vinny Testaverde.
Yeah, I see that.
And then it's Frank Trepukka. Fran Tarkenton threw 32. And guess who number 7 is? The first modern day quarterback with 30.
Peyton Manning.
No.
Oh yeah.
You gotta eat the W.
Jameis Winston. That's right. That weird.
Dude, George Blanda's on here a whole lot of times too.
Yeah. But
he had 31 year, 27 1 year. Jeez.
Brett Favre was 13.
That's his most. Wow.
Guess who's 15?
No, Trent. No, Brett Favre had 29. He was ranked 13th.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's it for the gunslinger.
And guess who was ranked 15th and had 28?
Well,
Peyton Manning.
There's a couple guys. Peyton Manning, Joe Namath twice, Ken Stabler, and Y.A. Tittle.
Was the 28 the rookie year? Because I'm pretty sure Peyton Manning's rookie. He set the all-time rookie record for.
It was 1998. So yes, you're right, Trent.
All I know is that Peyton Manning is on the list higher than Eli Manning.
Oh,
yeah, by one.
If we shoot that to them, they might use that on their Monday Night Football show.
Dude, maybe they'll invite us on.
Yeah, we can do this whole sidebar thing. Yeah. We might all have to be on the same camera though, guys. So
that's fine.
We can do that. We can just all sit on the couch with our arms around each other.
Yeah, like an old holiday picture in the bathtub, Trey.
Nope, no presents.
See how quick he said, nope.
He said no presents.
Might have to tweet that one out just for laughs.
Oh, I don't know about that. Oh man.
No.
Gosh. I almost threw up from laughing at that picture.
Because
he tweeted out a video of me farting, didn't know about it until I got the notification on my phone.
Listen, I sent you 3 texts with it.
You didn't
respond to me. You didn't respond to me in 4
thing.
hours. You responded to me in 4 hours.
Yeah.
I was making a clip.
Tyler, he was probably still in bed by about 3 p.m.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, get out of here.
All right, Ty, what's your pick that you got coming up here?
All right. My pick?
Your image. Sorry,
Yeah.
graphic.
There you go. All
So
right. So this comes.
We kind of did
from...
this earlier. I like this.
Yeah. See if I can zoom in here.
Okay.
I think it's too easy. I think it's too easy.
Yeah, it is too easy.
Team that won't make it. You're saying?
I can see two. I can see two.
The way I was going to change it up a little bit is to say you have to pick one AFC, one NFC.
Okay, done.
I got it.
I guarantee Trey and I have the same two.
Yeah.
All right. Trey, go ahead.
Bucks and Steelers.
Yep. Has to be. Has to be.
I mean, that's the sure on safest bet is to say those two teams.
Yep. Slide Pittsburgh out, put the Bengals in place.
So Tyler, here's what we'll do. You give yours, and if it's the same, then we eliminate those two teams and go from there. And that's what we'll do.
I mean, those are let's eliminate them because that is the easy one.
All right.
I got another one. I got an NFC.
Hold on.
I got two. Ready?
No.
If we can't say Tampa and Pittsburgh, my next two are Philadelphia and Buffalo.
Wow.
I was gonna say Dallas and Cleveland.
Okay.
I was gonna say Niners. No,
You're an asshole. God, I hate you. I should just say the Packers. Be like,
no, I would say. Oh man, this is really hard.
To pick them.
Oh man, I'm gonna say Dolphins.
I just got that.
I know. Dolphins and
freaking George Blanda.
Dolphins and Eagles. No, Dolphins and Cowboys. Dolphins and Cowboys.
But Trey, you secretly love the Cowboys.
Oh,
why would you say that?
You always have this weird love fest for Dak Prescott. You're like,
I don't.
He's so good.
I'll take Dak Prescott for the Raiders.
It's absurd.
All
right.
Trey though, he's coming back. Sorry, Z-Bly. Trey's continuing his hatred for the Dolphins.
I don't hate the Dolphins.
The longest drought in the NFL for a playoff win. They have the longest drought without a playoff.
Oh God, that's
right.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much about that because the next longest drought is
doesn't matter. Trent. You're not last, man. You're not last.
Right.
So Trey, you weren't a part of this discussion the other day, but I made a statement that if the Dolphins do not win a playoff game this year, McDaniel's on a hot seat because I feel like his little and don't get me wrong, I like McDaniel as a guy that came from San Fran. I like him, but I think his little funny guy act is going to wear thin if he doesn't start winning playoff games.
And I
Trent,
disagree.
Trent came back at me and was like, "Oh, you're going to say that, but you're not going to say Robert Saleh." And I said, "Well, McDaniel has all the talent in the world, and Saleh has not had a quarterback yet.
All the talent in the world.
The Dolphins,
Tyler,
Trey, you have the guy that passed for the most yards last year as your quarterback. Hey, according to you, they have top 10 wide receivers,
and that's all they have.
Okay, so
that's all they have.
Achan.
He's played 1 year.
Mostert led the league.
Always
touchdowns.
Always hurt.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Tyler, I don't want to hear about loaded talent teams.
I said if he doesn't win a playoff, but I said if he doesn't win a playoff game.
No,
San Fran's been to 2 Super Bowls under Shanahan, so he's
for
obviously winning playoff games.
For what to show?
Okay, but at least it's playoff games, and he's been to the Super Bowl twice.
Great.
How many times has LaFleur been there? Oh, sorry, he runs it in the Niners buzzsaw every year in the playoffs.
That's point there. You guys got some points.
Niners buzzsaw. We beat you guys last year. Our kicker missed the most kicks in the league last year. Lost us a game. And so did the spotting, and so did the referee spotting first downs.
Not the interception that Jordan Love.
I've never seen more shoddy spots in my life.
Greenlaw.
What?
to Dre Greenlaw, not the interception that Dre Greenlaw caught.
That
Middle of the
would have
field.
that should have never happened. That was a desperation drive, Tyler, and you knew that. I knew that. Get out of here.
Slow pick.
You got that game handed to you by awful spots and a crappy kicker that literally missed the most kicks in the league last year.
Hey, if you want to
I
dox
digress.
referees, you can.
Yeah, that's all. I'll have to contact you.
I want to dock some of these damn MLB umpires. But
Seriously.
it's another note.
Um,
All right.
I will.
Anything else NFL here?
Yeah, I wanted to respond to your Mike McDaniel thing. He cannot make the playoffs and he won't be fired.
I didn't say he'll be fired this year. I said next year he's on the hot seat.
If they don't make the playoffs, sure, I could see that.
What if they make the playoffs and lose round one?
No.
Okay. All right. Anything else, NFL guys?
No, I'll tell you what. My first fantasy draft is this coming Monday, so let it roll. Let's get this.
Let the good times roll.
Is it your buddies league, Trent? Your college buddies?
Yeah,
I'm in that.
Yeah, so we went with that date because you never responded. But
he was sleeping, Trent. He was sleeping.
Oh my gosh.
No, he was on vacation.
But hey, Trey, you are on the clock because you're first pick, and I'm.
I know.
That's not a good thing. That means we were both really bad last year.
Yeah, but I was good when it mattered.
Second popped up for Richard.
In the losers bracket to get first pick.
Yeah. But
all
right. College football, boys.
Ooh, here we go. All right, you guys want to start with the picks for this Saturday? Or you want to start with some future stuff?
Well, futures next episode or this episode or what?
I meant Heisman futures.
Okay, I'm good with that. Let's go Heisman futures first.
All right, so real quick, what I'm going to do, obviously Heisman Trophy winner is become a quarterback award. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to read the top five ranked quarterbacks, all right, in college football right now. So number 1 right now, you have Carson Beck from Georgia. You got number 2, Dylan Gabriel from Oregon. Number 3 is Shedeur Sanders from Colorado. Number 4 is Quinn Ewers from Texas. Number 5 is Jackson Dart from Ole Miss. And I will just tell you number 6 because he was in the mix last year is Jalen Milroe from Alabama. So new offense this year for Jalen Milroe. So it'll be interesting to see what Alabama does this year. So those are your top 6 quarterbacks. So I guess what I'll do here is I'll give you guys the top 6 in terms of odds favorites in terms of winning the Heisman right now. So right now, what we're looking at is that Dylan Gabriel's first with plus 550 odds from Oregon. Carson Beck's number 2 at plus 800 odds. Quinn Ewers from Texas is plus 1,200 at number 3. Number 4 is Ohio State's quarterback Will Howard, plus 1,400. And then number 5 is, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name because I never can, but it's Nico from Tennessee at plus 1,400 odds. And number 6 is Jalen Milroe from Alabama, also at plus 1,400 odds. So obviously you can see there is some overlap. I mean, the one that was obviously that a little bit different here was Nico, and Will Howard were not in the top 6 in terms of the rankings of the quarterbacks. I don't know. Any early thoughts? Because I believe even Trey, your boy Drew Alar is number 12 right now in Heisman looks. So I don't know how you feel about that, or
I don't like that at all.
That's terrific. I'm going to turn. Oh, that's great. He's a hard worker.
Yeah, Trent, I know what you're doing.
I was trying to be positive.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Dylan Gabriel booking for me.
Wow.
Even more so, Trent, than Riley Leonard from Notre Dame.
Yeah, I do it because I think in the
Great question,
offense that Oregon runs, I think the quarterback has more opportunities to put up bigger numbers. You're in a conference, if not, I know it contends with the SEC, but it's SEC, and I think nowadays it's now with Texas and Oklahoma leaving, I think it's SEC Big Ten. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Like those are the only two conferences that are really like the cream of the crop top. So I'm going Dylan Gabriel, wins the Big Ten title, or at least, Big Ten title this year. They go high seed to the playoff this year, and Dylan Gabriel wins a Heisman this year. So yeah, I'm on it. And
do you guys, Trent? Maybe you so more than Trey, but like I know we're gonna talk like winners and stuff. But like, I know Oregon is like the team in college football.
Why are they the team in college football?
No, they're not. Ohio
State's Georgia.
Ohio State's picked to win it.
A lot of people are all over Oregon this year.
Oregon's ranked third.
Okay, can I? Okay, first of all, like it's Oregon's first year in the Big Ten playing constant Big Ten football, which I know people joke about. Oh, Big Ten football scores 10-3 at halftime, but like that is like a legitimate thing. Like their defenses are built. It's smash mouth football. What happens when Oregon runs into Minnesota's defense, who they're supposed to cakewalk, and they score 17 points?
Right.
Like, what happens if Dylan Gabriel loses 3 or 4 games in the Big Ten? Is he still a Heisman favorite? No way.
No.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, and that could very well happen. I think he could very well lose 3 or 4 games, Trent. It's the first year in the Big Ten.
Yeah, and Penn State could potentially beat Ohio State.
Big boy football.
Like, things that aren't. It's just it doesn't matter. Like you're saying.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Everything is hypothetical right now. You asked for my pick. I'm going Dylan Gabriel. I'm going Oregon to upset Ohio State for the Big Ten championship. That's my pick, man. Let me ride.
You sit here and be like Big Ten champ. Like no, it's I don't know. That's so disrespectful to Big Ten football.
I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm just saying that's who I think is going to win it. I think they're going to make their mark. I think it'll be important that a Pac-12 team comes in. I mean, hey, Pac-12 football was pretty good last year, in my opinion. Washington and Oregon, those are some quality football teams. Now they're both Big Ten, so hey, see what you got.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You're playing them every game.
Trey, who is your Heisman?
Oh,
listen, it doesn't have to be one of those top 6.
I know.
If there's another guy outside of that.
Honestly, I like Nico, the Tennessee quarterback. I know, what is he, a redshirt freshman? I just think he can run the ball. He's got a crazy arm. I think he's a better Joe Milton. And if he actually develops,
Joe Milton is not a good quarterback.
He's better. That's why I said he's a better one.
I mean, they love him up in New England.
Dude, yeah. No, I know they do. I don't know.
Well, that's why
going from Hendon Hooker to Joe Milton last year as a Tennessee fan was tough because Joe Milton was supposed to be the guy, all right, and he was nowhere near close to what Hendon Hooker did, which is weird because Milton actually had the starting job over Hooker beforehand. But so you think Nico, huh?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Certified technicians, Jenny.
Sorry about that. That was an ad. 1 second.
This guy, dude.
I know it's coming.
Hey, now we're gonna get copyright. Just so you know, we're gonna get copyright play.
Wait.
Yes, we are. I know exactly what you're playing.
Mute it, Trey.
Just sing
it.
Just
Trey, sing it.
Just sing it, Trey.
Just
I
sing
can't. I don't know how to say it. It's Iyami Iyava. Nico Iyami Iyava.
Oh,
okay.
That's my Heisman. I thought you were gonna start playing the song Rocket Top.
That's what I thought too. Like, dude, we're gonna get a copyright flag.
No, I was trying to find the pronunciation for my Heisman pick.
Okay.
So we can learn how to say his name because we're gonna be talking about him a lot this year.
Yami Yava.
Nico Iyami Iyava.
All right. You guys ready for my pick? Ah, man, and I hate saying this too, but I have a feeling that you need to watch out for this team in the playoff. I'm going with Jackson Dart and Ole Miss.
Wow.
I think you need to watch out for Lane Kiffin's Ole Miss
I
Rebels.
like that pick.
They're going to make some noise. He's had that team playing top tier for a while, and I think this is actually going to be the year where you see Ole Miss kind of soar above Alabama. I think Alabama's going to kind of take a couple of steps back. I'm not saying they're out, but I think you're going to see Ole Miss kind of take some reins over Alabama this year with some stuff. So, which again pains me to say because I hate Lane Kiffin and I can't stand Ole Miss as a Tennessee fan. Dude, as a Tennessee fan, why would I like Lane Kiffin?
I don't know. I like Lane Kiffin.
I mean, he makes me laugh. It's been kind of like so far gone now, and I'm okay with our team now that like it doesn't hurt as much and piss me off as much. But like, there's still like in the back of my mind, I'm like, you're a dick for what you did. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, Jackson Dart's my pick. It's plus 1,400. There's quite a few guys that are plus 1,400.
Cam Ward.
Yeah. Cam Ward's also plus 1,400 as well. So from Miami. But that'll be an interesting team to keep an eye on this year too.
Yeah, it will be.
College
football. One thing I want to talk about. I saw it on the ticker like 2 days ago. Oklahoma State is putting a QR code on every player's helmet that links to their NIL page.
Yeah.
Like
hey man.
No. See that where do you draw the line? Like where like at this
point?
How
first off, can you scan it via the TV? Like how often are you
if you pause it and it's clear enough, I guarantee you can. Guaranteed.
I think it's kind of silly. I think if anything, you should put some sort of patch on the back or whatever. Or just do what Colorado's doing and try to go to Saudi Arabia and then
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. See that, Trent?
No.
They sent one of their assistant coaches on one holiday went over to Saudi Arabia and started talking to them about donating money to the PIF money to the NIL of Colorado.
Hey,
a lot of memes out there with good old Coach Prime.
You know what? I've seen those memes and I'm like, I don't really understand this at all.
Yep, that's why.
Okay, now I get it.
Which hey, kind of
makes them funny now.
I know.
Beard? Are you talking about the beard?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. The whole real quick, kind of weird segue here, but get this. I did see this. I'm sure you guys saw this too because we're on the same timeline of things. But tied for most career interceptions in Florida State history. There's two guys that are 3 and 4. Well, I guess technically tied for 3. Deion Sanders. Guess who he's tied with for most interceptions in his career in Florida State?
God, I have no idea.
Yeah, you'll never get this. Ready?
Oh.
Lee Corso.
Oh, wow.
They both had 14.
Lee Corso, man.
Lee Corso. Isn't that wild?
That is.
Shut up,
dude. Oh man, dude. When he throws the one thing out, he's like, fuck it. Dude, there's so many Lee Corso modes. I can't wait for game day. And game day is actually this Saturday in Dublin, Ireland.
That's right. At the Florida State game.
Yep.
And
McAfee was actually on his way drinking Guinness with Sheamus from WWE because Sheamus the wrestler is the guest picker this week because he is also Irish. So that kind of takes us guys into, if you guys don't mind, into our picks or best bets here for these 4 games that we're going to talk about this weekend, in this week 0 weekend, if you will. So we got some good ones. I like the fact that it's like you got a noon game, you got a 4 o'clock, you got an 8 o'clock, then you got a nice little nightcap at 12 a.m. But let's. What's that?
12 a.m. I'm sorry. You said it.
Oh, that was my Irish accent.
Gotcha.
I'm just kidding. It wasn't. All right. So first we got here. First game is at noon, and we have the Florida State and Georgia Tech game. Keep in mind, Florida State is technically ranked number 10 right now. Florida State is a 10.5 favorite over Georgia Tech. Total points right now is 55.5. Money line, obviously, pretty steep going to Florida State. So, best bet pick for the Florida State Georgia Tech game.
I'm on
Florida.
Georgia Tech. I'm on Georgia Tech plus 10.5.
Okay. Trey.
I'll take Florida State minus 10.5. In fact, I'll beer bet you, Trent.
Oh boy.
Nope.
No,
give me
6.5 and I'll take it. Come on. 10.5.
That's pretty good. Beavis and Butthead imitation there. you even looked at him with your
Dude,
eyes.
I'll be honest with you though. Like, if you're gonna make a beer bet that's pretty even and not really favored one way or the other, this is right there.
No, it's not
my
right
God.
now. It's a first game of football season. I don't know. My gut is telling
Trent,
me Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech plus 10.5 is minus 112. Florida State is minus 108.
I got minus 110, minus 110. So
Well, I'm
Okay.
telling you that yours is favored.
Yeah.
I am not beer betting week 0.
Dude, it's one beer, man.
Tyler, just remember this. Whenever he tries to talk crap.
Like,
Well, I want to
I kind of want to do it, but I don't know if I like the Georgia Tech plus 10.5.
What's so
Like,
funny?
I would
No,
beer
hold on,
bet.
Tyler,
Like,
hold on.
you got to beer bet a Guinness. For
What's
God's
so funny,
sake.
Trent?
you guys crack me up. You guys just crack me up.
What's so funny? This guy. All right.
What's he laughing at?
I don't know.
All right.
Just keep going.
Yeah, we will bet against if Trent accepts my bet.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go under.
Sorry, I'll mute myself real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Making me laugh.
I'm gonna go under 55.5.
Look at him.
Trent,
He's on
unmute
the-
yourself, dude. Unmute yourself so we can hear this and we can enjoy this laugh.
Sorry, I didn't want to disrupt the show.
I mean, everybody's gonna think you're having like some sort of panic attack.
Sorry.
No, he's just about to burst a blood vessel in his head.
Oh my god.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm going under 55.5 for the game. I think there'll be a little bit of jet lag.
Under. Okay. I like it.
It is a noon game.
What?
Yeah.
It is a
probably
noon
been over-
game.
Yeah.
They're gonna have
probably
stale
been-
legs.
They've probably been over there for like a week though.
Maybe. I don't know. All right. Next game, we have Montana State versus New Mexico. Montana State is minus.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hang on. Like,
we almost need to go to commercial break.
that's why I muted myself. I'm so sorry. I gotta.
Are you laughing what you texted me about?
Yeah. All right. Keep going. Next game.
All right.
I can't look at it. I can just... All right. Keep going. I'm sorry.
All right. So Montana State, New Mexico. Montana State is minus 13.5 favorites. The total points is 54.5. And then Montana State, obviously a pretty heavy favorite on the money line. So best pick.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go with God Almighty. Why are they 13.5 point favorites? Montana State over New Mexico.
It interests me because I don't know enough about either of these teams this year
I know.
Like in the past, I'd be like, "Yo, take New Mexico."
I mean, this is such a shot in the dark for me, but I'm going under 54.5.
Solid.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah. Trent?
It's not fun, but it's safe.
Everything screamed under to me at first too. Last game New Mexico played, the total was 85 points.
Jeez.
85 points.
Yeah, and the last game that Montana State played was 69 points. Nice. I'm going to go over 54 and a half.
You're going over.
Yeah.
Oh, beer bet it.
Nope. I just like being opposite of Trey.
All right.
Yeah, what the hell?
So I hate this. I'm gonna go New Mexico plus 13.5.
Wow.
I don't like 13.5 because it is that half point under 2 touchdowns. But it could also be the whole 2 touchdown or a touchdown, 2 field goals kind of thing. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go New Mexico plus 13.5 here. Tough game because it is at New Mexico.
I don't know anything about them.
I don't either. That's why
either of those teams.
No, I don't either. All right. Next, we got SMU and Nevada. SMU is minus 24.5.
Oh, gosh.
Favorites. The total is also 55.5. And then obviously SMU is just a huge favorite in the money line. So that's tough. It's tough because Nevada. God.
I'm gonna go Nevada plus 25.
That's 24.5.
Wow, on ESPN bets 25.
All right, then take that.
Me?
Here, I'll just echo that because mine's the same as Trey. Trey, I'm also on that. I would have even taken 24.5.
Okay.
Nevada, but if you can get 25 for sure, then take the plus 25. I think SMU's good.
I know
they're good. They're really good, but I don't know. I mean, again, it's also at Nevada. I'm not saying that makes a huge difference, but 24.5 points, 25 is a lot of points.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I would actually, if I was going spread, I'd go SMU. But I think I'd rather take the team total for SMU over 38.5 points minus 150.
Ooh, wow.
Okay, so all right.
Yeah.
That's a good bet.
Yeah.
Because really, how much? 28.5?
Over 38.5 points.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah. Sounds a little steep, but I'm telling you, SMU can score.
Mm-hmm.
And their quarterback's back.
Starting
I know. He's actually one of the top guys there. They're listening to the Heisman too.
I mean, hell, guys, there were games last year where they scored 40 some points in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right. Last one we got here: Delaware State at Hawaii. Hawaii is a minus 40 point favorite. And then the total point is 56.5. Whew, man. So just put that in perspective. The spread is 40 and the total is only 56.5. Like that's just, I don't know. Does that not seem a little odd?
this is
so I think
tough.
it's gonna be
like Hawaii blows them out and pulls their starters.
I'm trying to think of
what you know what I mean.
Like the score, you can kind of predict what they think the score is going to be based off that, but I'm trying to.
Guys,
I can't figure it out.
I'm just going to make this. I can't not. I'm going Delaware State plus 40.
Yeah,
dude, man. Okay.
I'm glad Trent picked first because now I can join in on him, and I agree.
I'm
Delaware
doing
State
it, man.
plus 40. Why not, dude? That's so many points.
Yeah.
If they're that bad, and then whatever. Like,
Dude, they're supposedly they're really bad.
well, no, I haven't seen them. They're not losing by 40 points in all their last couple games. Actually, in their last game, they did lose by over 40 points.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you? See, can I tell you what I would pick here? I'm kind of going a Trent route. Delaware State over 7.5 points, minus 120.
Oh, yeah. Touchdown field goal.
Yep.
For, yeah.
7.5. Wow. All right.
So I don't know.
That's fair.
You could get 8.5 minus 105. But
so they think it's going to be 43-13.
Yeah.
That's their prediction.
Yeah. So why the hell would you not take the points there? The team
Nope,
total
that's
points.
only 30
4
points.
Yeah.
43-13.
Yeah, it's 30.
Maybe it's 38-9 or 38-8. Nope, 48-8. Yep.
43-13 works.
And that makes sense with the team total too. It's 7.5, 48-8. That's it. That's what they think the score is going to be.
That would have to be it right there, Ty.
Yeah.
So yeah, then your team total bet would be golden. But that's what tells me, like, for how you gotta get plus 40. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, this whole
Not that the games always meet on both spread and total, but
let's make it explicitly known that we don't know that much about these teams. Like this is
all shot in the dark.
Yeah.
We're dabbling.
I mean, Hawaii could be really good. I don't know that. Like, do they have returning players or
right?
Does anyone know that? No. That's what I mean. But I like cheering for 40 points. You're already winning. You're already up 40 and a half points when the game starts. It's crazy.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, it's true. All right. I guess we got to talk a little baseball here, huh? Quick.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of crazy. It's nice getting back into football though, for sure.
So yeah.
I'd keep this quick. I'd keep mine quick if you guys are good.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sure. Why don't you run through? Yeah.
All right. I got a strike. Strike for me is two things. One, it's kind of a guy that we've used a couple times as a strike. It's Paul Skeens. I actually won complete gem today in terms of pitching against the Reds. Sorry, last night. But you can actually get him for NL Rookie of the Year for positive money on FanDuel. So that's something that I just thought, hey, why not? Why not double your money there? Plus 100, Paul Skeens, NL Rookie of the Year.
Is that what he is?
Yep.
Is there anybody ahead of him on FanDuel? It's Jackson Merrill. Jackson Merrill?
Yes.
He's ahead of him?
Yes, barely.
All right, because on DraftKings, Skeens is ahead of Jackson Merrill. So
that just changed because earlier tonight, Merrill was in front of him.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Trey, you got a strike?
I do. It is I think hopefully a future Hall of Famer officially retired today at 40 years old, and that's Joey Votto from the Reds. I think he was a pretty all-around solid player. Very consistent every year. And some of my favorite stats by him, he popped out a total of 7 times from 2010 to 2020. The average MLB for that between that period, 127 times. Wow. He had 6,563 plate appearances, and he never popped out to the catcher, pitcher, or first baseman. He has the lowest swings outside of the strike zone percentage-wise at 15.1%. So he was truly, I think, like a elite hitter, especially in that time, and he was very underrated, I think, in his career. So it was cool to see him retire, and I hope he does make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of memes and stuff of him too.
Last couple of years, like last year was rough for him. I think he batted like below 100 batting average, so that wasn't good. But
yeah,
Never popped out to the catcher, pitcher, first base though.
Hey, so my strike here, and I feel like I made this guy my strike a couple weeks ago too. But just to kind of emphasize some things with his stats and what he's done, my strike right now is how on fire Bobby Witt Jr. is from the Kansas City Royals. I believe we're just a little over 30 games since the All-Star break. Right now, in his last 30 games, his batting average is 445. On base percentage is 504. Slugging is 815. He's got 53 hits, 9 home runs, 29 RBIs, 13 walks, 13 strikeouts, and 3 stolen bases. I mean, it's to the point too where you could honestly, you could make an argument for him to win the MVP this year in the AL, and which I did kind of start to just kind of look and see what that looks like in terms of odds and everything else. DraftKings has kind of a cool thing. So right now, what you could do is you could take, I mean, obviously the favorite is Aaron Judge. He's a minus 2,000 favorite to win the MVP in the AL. And Bobby Witt Jr. is plus 750. So he is in second right now. However, DraftKings does have kind of a cool little MVP, called player versus the field. And right now, if you took Aaron Judge, it would be minus 2,000. Or you could take any other player. This is just AL. Any other player to win the MVP for plus 700.
No trap.
No, it's a trap.
Okay, all right. Way to rain on my Bobby Witt Jr. parade.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
But dude, how many home runs does Judge have? 48?
Yeah, something stupid. And he's batting like 345.
Dude, he literally is.
He is 48.
Like, there's no hope for
What's he batting, Tyler?
Anymore.
His batting average is 334. Bobby Witt has a better batting average.
Here, I'll tell
334,
you
but
this.
48 home runs, dude.
Since
You got to understand, though, like Aaron Judge is also leading the league in strikeouts.
Is he?
He's 135.
That's leading the league in strikeouts.
I'm looking right now.
Okay,
So there's Ozuna also has 135. Devers has 119. Duran has 128. Otani has 128.
Okay. But Tyler, here's my thing: is you have a guy that's batting 335 and hit 48 home runs.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't care.
how about him being excuse me, the first player to bat?
Come on, Respi. Come on, Respi.
Yeah, all right. Like,
Jeez, I'm struggling.
I got a sausage. Lodged about right.
We're a mess. We're
Knock your mic over.
Sorry about that. What you do? I'm having a heart attack.
All right. 375, 43 plus homers in a 98 game span. Like, the dude is MVP. Like,
Yeah.
it has to be. So
We'll see. See if his toe holds up.
That's why it's minus 2,000 against the field. That's crazy.
yeah,
See if his toe holds up.
Wow.
I feel like you said that
Jeez,
earlier
man.
too.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Just saying.
First trend with TJ Watt, now you with Aaron Judge.
No, it's usually me with the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks and coaches on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Those are my two bugaboos. All right. What do we have? Ball.
That's
Something we hate.
Did you give your ball?
I didn't. I just gave my strike.
All
We all
right,
gave-
lead
we all
off.
gave
Then lead off
strikes.
with your ball. Lead off with your ball then.
Did you give your strike, Trey?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
It was Joey Votto retiring.
Oh, that's right.
Good for him.
Trent, you start with your ball, Trent. I'm not.
Okay.
I have to pick mine up here.
Mariners firing their manager. Not that I'm upset about it, not that he didn't deserve it, but because the Mariners have let me down. They lost me my beer bet with the Astros. They're Astros nailing the coffin. It's over. they're in the playoffs,
Mhm.
and the Mariners are frauds.
Yep.
But
Once again, crazy.
yeah, one of the only teams that not win a World Series, or I think even play in a World Series, I think the Mariners.
Really?
So yeah, I think there's one other team couldn't name them right now, but
In the MLB.
yeah. But I'm just saying, at this point they're 500 now after leading the majority of the first half and a little past. But I think they lost 8 of their last 9 games. So luck, that's bad.
My my ball is kind of interesting here. My ball is Trevor Rogers. I don't know if you guys saw that Trevor
Man, he
Rogers has
sucks.
been optioned down to AAA.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
there's that whole thing. But yeah, that just kind of goes with the Orioles pitching this year. Trevor Rogers, I know I gave him hope when you guys were like, I think you guys were both like, oh man, I hate this trade. I was like, well, let's not just write him off yet, but I'm writing him off because he's terrible. The fact that he got optioned down to AAA kind of is, a little bit of a, proves a point a little bit, but I don't know. I'm calling for Trevor Bauer. For the love of God, please call Trevor Bauer. I know he tweeted or put it on X the other day about having the Yankees call him because the Yankees are also dealing with some pitching woes. So Trevor Bauer actually posted on X and said, hey, let me know when you want me, Yankees. Don't do that, Yankees, because I want the Orioles to call him. So Rubenstein, if you're listening to this, call Trevor Bauer. It's from the official and unofficial podcast of the Orioles. So that's my ball. Trevor Rogers.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That was my ball. The fact that we gave up those 2 young prospects that were actually pretty promising for a guy that could not prove himself in the MLB. And now
Sucks.
he's option to AAA. Like, that's crazy.
I watched the Marlins the other day, and it was sad to see Norby and Stowers just like they look depleted. Like you just almost feel bad for them because you go from like a top dog young team,
probably great locker room, good vibe. Like, you know what I mean?
Promising future, maybe a World Series, and now you're on the Miami Marlins, who's last in the NL East.
It's a business, unfortunately,
and it's
some
just
people make
like
bad business decisions because
and we get a loser like Trevor Rogers,
right.
So that's where I'm at. So
so that was my ball, Tyler. But I can pivot quickly, and quickly is Jacob deGrom is now doing rehab starts in the minor leagues for the Rangers, and that is just crazy to me. He's had a 5-year, $185 million contract, and he's made 6 total starts for the Rangers.
It's kind of a lot like Mike Trout, Trent.
They're essentially he's definitely worse than Mike Trout in terms of
the same. They're like
no way. Mike Trout at least puts up good numbers when he plays, and like
for like 10 games for 10 games.
No,
so does deGrom.
Okay, Trent, but he's pitched 6 games since signing a contract in 2022.
It's probably because he has. It might be because he has husky eyes.
What does that mean?
He has one blue, one brown.
No, that's Max Scherzer.
That's Scherzer.
I always get those 2 mixed up.
Husky eyes.
Not all huskies have that.
Most do.
But no, anyway, I think just hearing him, like, now that the Rangers are essentially eliminated from the playoffs, that he's making starts in minor leagues, it's like, dude, I think he's a fraud. I think he's no better than Deshaun Watson.
Then okay, which we should have talked about him too, but we'll talk about it another time. But
collect your money, do the least amount of work,
and be hurt all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't know how you can't compare him to Mike Trout, though.
I mean, you can, but Mike Trout has definitely performed more at his level than what Jacob deGrom has.
For a little bit of time, though.
No, Mike Trout's had like a 10-year career.
But
where he was putting up insane numbers, Tyler. Like insane numbers.
But I'm saying, like, comparing like a season, like, okay, if he's pitched 6 games, all right. Yeah, in what did you say, 5 years?
To like going on 3.
3 years, so that's 2 games a year.
It's awful.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And you're a pitcher.
So, yeah, that is pretty bad. But I don't know. Yeah, that's a good ball. Any wild pitches?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
it's a hypothetical situation, but if the Orioles either one don't make the playoffs or they get swept in the first round, there's Hyde's seat is very hot.
I agree with that. I
And
totally agree with
And
that.
I think it should be.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Bring in
Or-
Dusty Baker. Bring in Dusty Baker.
Or let's find a freaking new pitching coach because obviously something's going on where arms are popping left and right now. Because holy hell, now Eflin is on the Eflin DL. Like Jesus.
Yeah, that sucked because Eflin's been a stud for us actually.
IL. Yeah.
IL. It's IL.
Yeah.
Now he did say that 15. He's like, I'll be back. But
Yeah, well, I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of. I turned the Orioles game off in about the 6th inning tonight. I couldn't watch it anymore.
I turned it off. I turned it off in the 4th.
My mood was so bad, so I had to turn it off.
All right. So your wild card is Hyde. Might be on
Wild
the hot
pitch.
seat.
Yep.
Yeah. What did I say? Ball.
Wild card.
Wild card. Wild pitch. Trey, what's your wild pitch?
My wild pitch is that I don't know if it's that wild, but being like over 3 games back from the first seed, I think the Milwaukee Brewers end up stealing the 1 seed in the NL as the top team over the Dodgers. Dodgers and the Yankees. Or I'm sorry, Dodgers and the Phillies.
Wow.
I think the Dodgers have to play the Orioles in the series, the Diamondbacks, the Padres. So that's at least 9 more games. And then I forget they play another couple other teams that are pretty tough too. So I just think the Brewers kind of have a grasp on their division. Don't have to really worry as much. They might sit their starters, so that could hurt them and not earn the 1 seed, but I think they're going to want to in the long run. So that's my wild pitch. It's Milwaukee stealing it.
Okay. My wild pitch is that Arizona Diamondbacks will win their first 2 series in the playoffs.
I like it.
So
I like the Diamondbacks.
I've been watching them. I'll be honest. I know we always talk about how good the AL East is, but if you look at the NL West right now, the Dodgers are 76 and 52. The Diamondbacks are 72 and 56. The Padres
So
are
are the
also
Padres.
72 and 56. So you got 3 teams that are over 70 wins in that NL West there. I mean, that's pretty tough.
If the Padres get in, Tatis might come back. From what I saw, he's making progress. They said.
Really? I mean, right now they're in. You know, they're in a wild card spot because, like I said, they're tied with the Diamondbacks. So that would be pretty. Yeah, I don't know, but I Diamondbacks, man. I watched their closer, or I don't know. I guess consider him a relief pitcher the other night. But I forget whoever made the Diamondbacks their pick. Was it yesterday?
Trade. Yeah.
Whoever that guy that was relief pitcher was in, I don't know what kind of pitch it was. Some sort of like sinker slider that he
splinter.
was. I don't know what it was, but he was throwing it
Sweeper.
102 miles an hour.
Jesus.
And the movement on the ball was absolutely insane because it was 102 miles an hour, and you could see that thing just like completely like just drop out of nowhere, and guys had no idea what to do.
Called
Like,
a slicer.
I don't know what the hell it was. It was a crazy pitch. I mean, between that and the entire wad of chew that the guy had in his cheek, I was like,
No, let's get it going.
I think his name is
Let's get it going.
Martinez, but what?
Let's get it going. We'll try to get new. They created the splinter and the sweeper.
Yeah.
Call it a slicer.
Okay, well, they already had a name for it, Trey. Like, we can't just make up pitches.
What'd they call it? What'd they classify it
I don't
as?
remember. I don't remember.
Man. Jesus.
It's a guy Martinez, the one relief pitcher for the Diamondbacks.
All right. Well, I'm sticking with slicer.
It's fine. It's not a thing. Not a thing. All All right. Anything else here on the forefront of stuff? We good?
Nope. Let's go football.
All right. That's right. Let's go football. That's for sure. All right, everybody, enjoy your weekend. We will see you next week with episode 83. Thanks for listening. Appreciate everybody. Leave some comments. Give us your post on X and share our podcast. Thank you, guys. All right. See you next week.
See you,
Take
fellas.
it easy.